and through supernatural wisdom and insight. Oh, really? So what about the Vivec? Vivec was the most gallant knight and the most subtle rogue of the first council. Okay. And Almalexia? Blessed Almalexia, the Warden, is one of the 3 immortal god kings of Morrowind, a pillar of the tribunal and the patron of healers and teachers. Oh, really? And the third guy? Lord Sofa Seal, the Magus, is one of the 3 immortal god kings of Morrowind, a pillar of the tribunal and the patron of artificers and wizards. Sota Seal was the mightiest wizard and most wise counselor of the first council, companion and teacher of Nerevar and Vivec. Sota Seal is the light of knowledge and the inspiration of craft and sorcery. Okay, so Dunmers worship these 3 beings. Interesting. And this town is named after one of them. So what can you tell me about those priests? The dissident priests dispute temple doctrine and are outlawed and persecuted by the temple. Ordinators arrest and imprison heretics, and the Empire cannot interfere. Progress of Truth lists their beliefs. In brief, they challenge the purity and divinity of the tribunal, suggesting their powers are sorcerous, not divine, and perhaps akin to the powers of Deiga of Ur. They also condemn the arbitrary power of the ordinators, and accuse the temple hierarchy of the self-interest and corruption. Interesting. So about that book. This book lists the disputes of the dissident priests with tribunal temple doctrines. The temple has outlawed the sale or possession of the book, so it will be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I fear I am being watched by ordinators here. A safer plan will be to search for local booksellers. Some booksellers ignore temple bans on outlawed books for profits or for principles. Interesting. What do you mean by being watched? I do not care for temple politics, but I have read Progress of Truth and it troubles me. I have friends, former priests, who have gone into hiding, so I am bound to come to the attention of the ordinators. I am careful, but I am afraid. I am no secret agent like you or Chaos. Sooner or later, I too must go into hiding. If it is not too late... Okay, if it's not too late. When you return to Chaos, tell him I am worried and that if something goes wrong, I will leave a message under the agreed code word Amaya. Interesting. So ordinators are the 4 orders of the 4 orders of ordinators. Answer to the Alma Rula in Almalexia. Huh, interesting. So there are 4 orders. I guess one order is stationed here. Okay. So you said that you don't know about Sixth Cult, right? What can you tell me about the disturbing dreams? I had a nightmare some time ago. Maybe as a priest you could describe it or help me to understand it. That means nothing to me. Perhaps you wouldn't know, but the temple regards disturbing dreams as a sign of a soul sickness, a sign that the mind is deranged by impure impulses and dangerous feelings. The Ashlanders have many superstitions about dreams, but they have superstitions about everything. Interesting. What can you tell me about this soul sickness? Soul sickness is called madness or insanity in the Empire. Signs of soul sickness are strange dreams, uncontrollable impulses, and cruel and evil deeds. Madness is not a disease, as Westerners believe, for if it were, it might be cured by blessings and healers. Soul sickness is a curse of Deiga of Ur, who sends dark dreams to attack the weak of faith in their sleep. Those strong in faith can resist. Those weak in faith must seek counsel from the temple. Okay. That's dubious, but maybe there is some wisdom in her words. So what's the... Do you know anything about the prophecies? The astrologers have a mystical tradition of interpreting dreams and visions as prophecies. These prophecies are recorded in verse and may be lost or garbled over the generations, but the dissident priests have collected many ancient prophecies of the Netherverine, many of which they believe to be genuine. Collectively, these are called the lost prophecies of the incarnate. One of the sacred missions of the dissident priest is the collection and study of these prophecies. Okay. And back to the dissident priest topic. So, why does the temple persecute the dissident priests? Because attacks on the temple weaken the faith and leave the people defenseless against the influence of Dagoth-Ur. Faith is what strengthens us, strengthens the will of the believer against Dagoth-Ur's lies. Faith is the source of the divine power that sustains the tribunal in their battle with Dagoth-Ur. Since the Empire, some Dunmer have turned away from the temple. That's why Dagoth-Ur grows stronger, while blight storms and monsters threaten the land. That's dubious too, okay. Interesting. And so Nords are the enemies of Dunmers, right? These people are our ancient enemies. Like all man races, they are of inferior blood, but otherwise are human in every aspect. In every respect. Are they capable of enlightenment? No. Do they have souls? Maybe. Who can say? Yeah. From an elven point of view. I get it. What do you know about my superior, though? Chaos is a dear friend. Like me, he admires the best traditions of the temple: charity for the poor, education for the ignorant, protection for the weak. He's a Westerner, but he has come to love our land and our people. But like me, he distrusts the arbitrary power of the ordinators and likes dissident priests. Okay. He suspects the temple is hiding something. He serves the Emperor, but he also loves Morrowind. And he sees the failing virtues of the temple as a threat to Morrowind's political stability. Really? Okay. What the hell is this? Deed to Indrele's house? By the grace of the Almsivi, lords and rulers of all, know all Dunmer by these words, that I, Mufsera, Hlalo, Vilano, Omani, have legally purchased the home in Seydanin of the Dunmer Indrele Referon, and the accompanying land for the sum of 3,000 imperial drakes. Witness our hands on this third day of the evening star. Strange. Why is this here? Not my business though. Okay, thank you. So, progress of truth. I'm not going to steal from the library, of course. This is against the code. And I don't care if they are rude or not.
Watch yourself. We'll have no trouble here.
Not at all.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
What is this? Am I drunk or am I just seeing a flying rock? What? Why is it not falling? Shrine to stop the moon? Would you like to donate a portion of rising force and ask for a blessing? No. Why would I? Well, that's disturbing. What if this thing falls down? Only the elves can think something like that. An elf. So this must be one of the tribunal, I suppose. Must be Vivec, I guess, since it's a city devoted to Vivec. So he's killing a scarab? Yeah, I hate them too. So I guess I could search for the book. Maybe this friend of Hulea have one for sale. So which one is the Saint Ohms, or which one I need? I don't remember. At here near Saint Ohms Canton. Yeah, I'm at Saint Ohms. But I guess Lower Wasteworks is the place to search for her.
Is there something you need?
Yeah, actually I'm looking for a Khajiit by the name of Adhiranir. Oh, Adhiranir. Maybe that name does sound a little familiar. For some reason, I just can't seem to remember. Really? Okay. Do you know about that Khajiit? She's a sneak and a thief. And I don't like her one bit. She's probably hiding from that taxman I have seen around here. Okay. So she must be somewhere in the sewers, I think. I can't imagine another place to hide here. Let's check the underworks. See, I told you. See, red, so
You wish to speak?
yes. Great. So Case sent you. Speak with Adhiranir, and you have done this thing. You're speaking with Adhiranir, but Adhiranir will not talk to you about Nerevarine or the Sixth House Cult. And because why? Because Adhiranir is at the moment very distracted by a nice census and exercise agent who also wants to speak with her. So what? That's your legal issue? No, Adhiranir is not talking about this with you because Adhiranir is very distracted. So what about him? We do not know how this? They are the collectors of Emperor's taxes and tariffs. And the Emperor has outlawed trade in many things like dimmer artifacts and ebony. Yes, I know that. And the census of an exercise agent will enjoy being a pest about such things. For several reasons, census and exercise agent is not Adhiranir's favorite person. If you want Adhiranir to help you, make the bad agent go away. Then she will tell you things. I guess I can't persuade you here that with my charm enough. I guess, okay. So let's look for the guy.
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
You look a bit strange. Maybe you're the one. Yeah, I saw people like you in Cyrodiil. I guess you're dressed a bit different, but you know, I'm looking for a friend of mine. Do you know where can I find her? Yeah, about that. Yes, her name is Adhiranir and she is a Khajiit. Do you know where I can find her? Well, since I need the information, I could send him away, I guess. Yeah, she took the Gandalf to the mainland. If he is going to believe that. What a disappointment. But thank you for your time. I was just heading back to the mainland myself. Anyway, maybe I'll run into her there. Well, that was easy. He's not very smart for a census and exercise agent. Really shouldn't believe in everything people told you. Yeah, you should better head back to the mainland. You're not qualified for the job. If you believe the first thing people tell you here. No, that's not the right place, I guess.
Sarah?
Wrong Khajiit. So, is this the place? No. This is so confusing. Yes, okay. So he's gone now. She's very glad to see you and very happy to tell a friend of my good friend Chaos all about the Sixth House cult. And Adhiranir knows nothing about the Nerevarine. But Adhiranir is happy to tell you that too, if it makes Chaos happy. Ask away. No, let's start with 6,000 then. This Adhiranir knows about, because it is about smuggling. Some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients, because they have a new employer, the Sixth House, who pays very well. But what do they smuggle now? Adhiranir doesn't know, because they are very secret, and this is odd, because these smugglers are always loud and bragging, and now they hush up like a fat-bellied kittens full of sweet meats. Really. Smuggling is a big business, don't tell me that. The Empire says we can trade skooma, moon sugar, ebony, dreamer artifacts, exotic Dunmer, weapons and armor, and slaves. Okay. So smugglers trade these things. Smugglers also smuggle grief, Shane, Sujama to avoid imperial tax. And now the Sixth House hires smugglers, though what they smuggle at Adhiranir cannot say. Okay. And what about Nerevarine? Yes, Adhiranir knows this Nerevarine cult is just a silly superstition. So you tell Chaos this. Nobody in her right mind pays any attention to this moon-yawling. Okay. Prophecies and ancient heroes reborn and other silliness. Fuzzy tales for little kiddies. Okay. Well,
Warm greetings. The Imperial speaks?
Yes, Imperial leaves, actually. So smugglers are involved too. Very interesting. So now I have to visit the foreign quarter, I guess.
Is there something I